Yes, I'm back, and I want to talk about something that's so feels like it should be a really light, fluffy topic, and just like something that's so fun and accepted. And it turns out that it kind of isn't. Um, so we're going to talk today about sharing masturbation with a partner. And I lead body sex retreats. I work one-on-one with people with vulvas, helping you to connect to your pleasure and your orgasm and your masturbation practice and increase your sovereignty and good feelings and pleasure in your life. All right, so sharing masturbation with a partner. This comes up a lot, probably because I am always asking the couples that I know, so do you guys masturbate together? It's probably why it comes up because I am asking. Um, so, and usually the answer is like a really uncomfortable, like, no. So it's not super common for us to masturbate with a partner. Um, I feel like it should be. I want it to be more common because what can start to happen if we um, are always doing partner sex like as the partner act is that stuff gets, if you're with somebody for a while, stuff changes, right? It's not always like fireworks and newness all the time. And masturbation can be one of those ways um, that we use sexual interactions with each other to deepen intimacy both together and ourselves. And it takes the pressure off of this like need to either perform for each other or like give each other orgasms, which I feel like is another topic that I will want to spend a little time on that, on planning that topic out. But today I'm going to talk about how the actual hows of masturbating with a partner and just give you some ideas. So, masturbation can feel really vulnerable, right? We can have this feeling like, oh, that's like a private, personal thing. I'm not going to share that with anybody else. I have had partners where we masturbate together, and Betty Dodson um, also would do this with partners, and just about everybody I know who's in the body sex community does this with their partners. Um, we can lay next to each other. We can lay next to each other and we can masturbate. So I would be here, my honey or partner would be here, and or here, or maybe both, I don't know. And we would be in charge of our own pleasure and our own orgasm, but body doubling each other essentially. Parallel play, essentially. Uh, I had somebody recently in one of my body sex groups go, "Oh, we're body doubling each other." And then another person was like, "Oh, this is parallel play." It was so wonderful. It was amazing. Um, so we can lay next to each other and we can just masturbate on our own. We can lay across from each other, so facing each other, and watch each other masturbate. That can be so super freaking hot and also informative. Like, oh, that's how you touch yourself. I didn't know that. I wouldn't have thought to do that. But I'm so glad that I can see that now. We could also, so we can be across from each other, however you're comfortable, propped up on pillows, propped up on a bed, sitting on the floor, um, on couches opposite each other. Uh, that is an option. Both people masturbating. The other option is for one person to masturbate and the other person to watch. And this is like so fun, right? Like how many hot, amazing scenes could you think of to be able to bring that into play? Oh my God, so fun, so hot. Love, love, love. It could be kind of a power dynamic scene. It could be well, I don't know. I don't want to fill in all the gaps for you. Uh let's see. I'm checking my notes to see if I'm missing something. Hmm. I guess the one last option would be that one person is just in bed masturbating or, whatever I'm imagining in bed. As I get older, I'm like, oh my God, I just need a bed. I don't want to have sex on the floor. Well, one person could be masturbating and the other person could be not watching. So these are vulnerable asks of each other and a way to develop physical intimacy without making our partner in charge of our orgasm, because that's actually like our partner isn't in charge of our orgasm. We're in charge of our orgasm. Again, another topic for another day. I'm working on the script for that. Uh, but this is like a big deal. This is a huge deal. I was chatting with a couple people who, they were going through some things as a couple where they were really, they were just, how it goes with couples. It's like sometimes you're in a relationship and you just have like a rough year or two. And I suggested that they start to build a masturbation practice together because at that point for them, having sex together was not working. And so for them building this practice of like, okay, I'm in charge of my pleasure, but I want you here. I want to keep developing this intimacy with you. It's like that's a beautiful thing. It's a really beautiful thing for us to experience. All right. So, like I said at the beginning, I work one-on-one with people and I work with people in groups. I lead Bodysex retreats. Those are my group facilitated retreats. And then I also work virtually one-on-one with people with vulvas and women. Um, and so I will link some information about working with me down below. And I hope that you're having an amazing time masturbating. I wish you all the success and all the pleasure and as many orgasms as you can stomach. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.